Hello everyone and welcome back to part 4 of the Bull Terrier coloured pencil tutorial. I hope that you're all doing really well and I'm just gonna get stuck into this next part. So like I always say, everything that you need to know is listed down below, and if you're just joining me now and you haven't done part 1, I will also link that too. So let's get started. So as you can see, I'm a little bit more zoomed out for this one because I'm going to start coming down and working on these lower parts of the face. So I think I'm going to start on like this area here because it really needs some darkening up because it's looking a bit flat at the moment. So I'm going to add, well, I'm going to take away the lines rather to begin with, just with the eraser. And I'm going to add some cold grey 1 into that area there, so 230, and just blending it into that black fur. And what we're going to do is we're going to also add the base colour for the orange section, like we did up here, and just start to blend everything in together. So we'll just add this first, so just making a nice smooth base coat. So getting a bit lighter with my pressure as I get towards this orangey area, so that it like blurs out a little bit. Just makes it a bit easier to blend it all together afterwards. Okay, and then I'm going to add some of the Ivory 103 as a base for the orangey bit. So I'm just going to bring that over this whole area. Excuse my nails if they look a little bit of a mess. I'm at a wedding this weekend and I haven't got round to doing them yet because I've been leaving them as long as possible so that they look fresh for the wedding, because I'm a bridesmaid, so I want to make sure they look nice. It's my friend's wedding that they were supposed to have in 2021, or no, it was meant to be 2020, and it got put off because of all the lockdowns and stuff, so it's finally happening now. I'm just bringing it up here and I'm just gonna get rid of these lines a bit too. So yeah, that'll be nice. I'm looking forward to that. I feel like I have a lot to do before then, but because it's Scott's birthday tomorrow as well. Busy weekend. Right, so I've just added that over that area, and what I'm going to do, I'm also going to add that cold grey 1 just down this right side so that I can blend in from that right side too. I just like to have the base layers there, and then the colours that I add on top can all seamlessly blend into each other. So cold grey 1, 230. Bring that down there as well. So quite a big section. Okay, that'll do. And then I'm going to go in with the Pablo colour, the cool toned one, so dark grey. And I'm going to start mapping that black fur in. So I'll just come in from the bit we've already done and just extending it really. It's very dark around here, so we will be layering it quite dark so that we can get more shape to the face. But for now, just starting with a layer of this first. Oh, we went to see Michael Bublé last weekend. I actually filmed a little bit of it for my studio vlog that I did last week. It was absolutely amazing. We had such a good time. I love going to see like a live gig. It's like one of my favourite things to do. So yeah, it's going to be a busy few weekends really. And then on Monday it's my dad's birthday, Bank Holiday Monday. Then the weekend after that it's my best, I can't speak today. Then the weekend after that it's my best friend's birthday, Cameron. And then the weekend after that it's my other best friend, Jack's birthday. So I feel like everyone's birthday is in May this year. Well, every year obviously, but I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I feel like everyone's birthday is around May. I'm just bringing it down here. Slowly building it up. I'm trying to make sure I'm getting all these like directions of the fur right. Getting there. I'm really hot. I feel like I've got the heating way too high today. Oh, what else to catch you up on? Trying to think. Oh, I've got an exciting collaboration that I've been asked to do, that I'm actually taking part in. A company reached out and asked if they could collaborate with me on something, so yeah, I'll share that in my next studio vlog. But I was like, oh, this sounds really fun, so I was well up for it. I'm just bringing this down here. It does start to get a little bit more brown as you come towards this orangey area. So I'm just gonna do the hairs a little bit more sparsely because I'll probably blend a bit more of like a browny colour around there. Just add some little hairs here. Don't be afraid for it to go into that yellow area. It's all these little hairs that overlap that help to like blend it together. Then I'm going to add some up here. And again, I'm overlapping some of them hairs into the tan section. Oh, I got Paddy one of those briar root chews that I keep seeing all over TikTok. My TikTok is just dog chews and like lick mats or rosemary oil or eyebrow lamination. I don't know why. I don't feel like I watch that many eyebrow videos. I don't know why they keep popping up. It's funny, like, I think a lot of people are probably getting the same sort of stuff. But it feels like there's so many adverts on there at the minute for TikTok shop and stuff. I don't go on it anywhere near as much as I used to now. I don't really go on like Instagram anywhere near as much as I used to. I think it's all a bit exhausting. Sometimes I like a good like binge watch of TikTok videos, but they can be very samey. Right, I might just blend a few more down here. But yeah, I got him one of those dog chews and you like smear pate all over it. And it's supposed to keep him busy for ages, and typical Paddy, it keeps him busy for about 5 minutes and he's like, right, I'm bored. But at least it does keep him busy for a little bit of time. Right, I'm going to use now some Payne's Grey to start darkening that up. So 181, and really want to start getting some more depth in here. So I'm going to pack these hairs in. And I'm looking on the picture for the areas where the fur is really dark and any lighter areas. So there are some little lighter hairs sort of around here that I'm going to make sure I leave space for. So as always, just keep looking at the picture and analysing where the different areas are. I'm bringing it up like this. And get down here a bit more. Oh, we've been watching, well, I've been watching it, Race Across the World. It's like one of my favourite programmes, if anyone watches it on iPlayer. It's like however many different pairs of people have to get across one end of Canada to the other without getting a plane, so they have to use transport, whether it's like trains, buses, boats, all that kind of stuff, getting a lift, and they have to do it within a set budget. So I find it so interesting. It just makes me want to go travelling like everywhere. But yeah, I think the other two series, there was like Europe, like South America, Asia, and we're part of one of them. And it's just so interesting seeing how they can like get across. And it's the first person, the first pair to get to the finish line. They have like different checkpoints along the way that they have to get to, but oh, it's so good, I love it. I'd actually love to do that. Right, so I'm just leaving areas that are light around there. And then it gets a little bit darker again around here. Then the hairs sort of start to bend round a bit more again here. So just keep going over and over with all these little strokes. And blend them around here into that ivory area a little bit. Some long strokes. So alternating my length. Bringing them up here. I'm just gonna soften these bits up a tiny bit. Okay, we definitely need a bit of black to darken it all up, so black 199, and I'm just gonna go in and really start to darken it up even more. Paddy's currently underneath my desk. very sleepy today because we went on a massive walk yesterday. Well, we went on a walk at lunchtime and then a big walk at night, so it's nice and tired out, which is good. So just building this up. I want to start to see more shape forming. Just blend some bits upwards, some like longer strokes just to sort of blend it in. Bringing it down here. Again, I'm trying to leave some of these bits a little bit lighter, these little hairs that sort of glisten and catch the sun. Leaving some gaps for those. So feel free to just put some music on or something, because I'm just going to be drawing. I don't really have a lot else to say today. Sometimes I just have a bit of a mind blank. Going to darken it up a bit more. Just going to add some pen square 181 just down here. I missed this bit. I need to add a bit more. A little bit more around here. Right, and then I think I might start on that orange area and then we'll do a bit on that and then darken the whole thing up. So I'm going to go in with some burnt ochre to begin with. A 187, And I'm just going to start mapping in some fur strokes. Just sort of blending into that black fur and then into the ivory, so it all blends together. So I'm not afraid to cross those areas over a little bit. And starting to build up that fur texture. Very lightly to begin with. Just keep going over it to blend it all together. Bringing it down here. And then as you get up here, there are some little like white hairs that come from the white area of his face into the orangey area. So I'm just going to keep that in mind. Just going to do a few like sparser hairs there. And just going to carry on blending some more downwards. Then there's like, this bit is a lot darker, so this top bit catches the light and then this bottom bit's darker, so I'm going to keep that in mind too for when I layer it on top of this. Just going to start bringing it down. Following that fur direction, like up, slightly upwards. Doing some forwards and backward strokes to blend it in. Keep building it up. So there's just loads and loads of strokes. So take your time with it. Add some more around here. Okay, and then I'm going to add a bit of nougat to begin with. We'll see how that looks. So 178, and I'm just going to start blending that around here where it's quite brown. So just blending it on top of that orange. And into the black a little bit as well. And I can see a little bit of brown through here, so I'm going to bring a bit up here as well. and here. Then there's like a little bit of a lighter bit here. So I'm just going to try and like blend around that a bit. And then I'm going to add some around the top of the tan bit here. And then I'm going to bring a bit around this like bottom part where it's darker. Just blend a bit of that through. So again, I'm sort of going to do some upwards and downward strokes just to try and blend it in a bit more. It starts to add a little bit more shape to the face. Might just bring that section down a bit. I've missed a tiny bit there, so I'm just going to add some ivory. Just so I can start blending that in there too. I might add a little bit of the cold grey one. 230 just underneath. Just so we can start blending out that edge as well. I should have done that to begin with, but I don't always know how far I'm going to go. I'll just add that around there. And I'll add some of the burnt ochre 187 just to come to the edge of that bit. Blend it out a bit. There we go, and then back to the nougat 178. Now I can just finish off this bit here. And I'm going to add some of the dark grey from the Pablos. Just blend that around that tan area a little bit, just to get a base colour for that black fur. Blend it into it a bit. Then I'm going to add some of the Payne's Grey 181. Blend that around. More around here. I might add a bit more, just like another layer around here just to darken it up a bit more. Just takes so many layers to build up black fur. Okay, then I might add some more black 199. Start to darken it up around here. Just blending it into the tan. Doing some longer strokes and just changing the direction just to try and blend that in a little bit. And I'm going to add some more black to this top area and just start to try and darken it up some more. Just applying a tiny bit more pressure. Keep darkening it up. We're probably going to need another type of black after this as well. I'll use my Derwent drawing one, but choose whichever one you have. Just helps to give that extra layer of depth. I think black can look quite flat sometimes if you haven't got it dark enough. Might also add a little bit more, sort of around this area. Blend it all in a tad more. Some more around here. So it is getting darker. It just takes time. And lots of layers and lots of patience. I find black fur is one of the most time consuming types of fur to draw because there's no getting round having to add so many layers to get that sort of dark, dense look to the fur. Starting to come together now though. Add a little bit more around the eye. Okay. So we definitely need that next layer of black that just darkens it up even more. So I'm going to use my Derwent Drawing Ivory Black, and I'm going to just keep going on top. Teeny tiny light strokes because this is super pigmented. Just gradually build up those dark areas even more. This pencil is just amazing. Like, sometimes you think, oh yeah, that black's as black as it can go, but then once you put this on top, it's like, wow, that is not dark at all. Because this just takes it to another level. And as you can see, I'm hardly even touching the paper and it just goes on so easily. I even just add a tiny bit more up here. And then just keep building this up. You've got to make sure it's super sharp though, it does go blunt quite easily because it's such a soft pencil. And I have to use a different sharpener. I have to use one of these metal ones, if you can see that, because it doesn't sharpen great in my manual super point sharpener from Derwent. Sort of like chops the top of it off, doesn't fit in right. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep building this up. Lots and lots of little layers. Starting to take a lot more shape. I'm going to add some little hairs through this lighter bit just to break it up a tad. Still see some of the lighter bits poking through, but it just adds a bit more texture in between. I'm going to add another layer. And carry on darkening this bit up here. Honestly takes forever to do black fur. Add some round here. And around here. Just gonna add some more bits through here. Yeah, because I didn't upload last week because I was in Manchester, I think this might be a longer video. Don't know how long it's been just yet. I'm hoping it'll be longer than usual. I don't know whether to have a bit of a break from the black for a moment and just do a bit more on the orangey area. So I'm going to go slightly darker with my brown, and I'm going to use Burnt Umber 280. And I'm just going to start bringing that over that brown area, just making it a bit more intense. So just blending that in. I think we definitely need to try and layer some sort of brighter orange colour in there as well. It's looking a bit dull at the minute. Gonna add some around here, like I always do, just some longer strokes, some shorter ones, just to try and like blend it all in. And blend some from here. Blend some down here. I'm going to add a little bit more in this sort of area just to get more of that brown tone. Okay, yeah, we definitely need a brighter orange. I might try a bit more burnt ochre again, just for an extra layer, but then I might try something else afterwards. So 187, add a little bit more up here. I'm just going to apply a bit more pressure. Try and get a bit more pigment down, because this is a colour that you can sort of build up by applying more pressure. I think that looks better already. I might try a bit more down here. But yeah, this is why I always like to go in light to begin with, because you can easily always add more like this rather than having to like try and take away a mistake that you've made. It's so much easier just to layer a bit more on top. Okay, a bit more around here. Then what I might do, might add a little bit of, I'm going to add some burnt sienna 283, which is a little bit of a red toned colour, just to add a bit more into this darker area. So I'm using it very lightly on the tan bit, but in like the darkest part, just to try and add a little bit more colour to it. Add a little bit around here. Just to add a bit more vibrance by adding a little bit more of a rich colour. Add a bit more. I might just add a tiny bit up here. Okay, we're getting there now. I'm just going to add this little, like, where he's got like a little whisker that comes out. I'm going to use some dark sepia now, so 175, and I'm just going to add that in. So it's just like a little patch like that. And I'm just going to do a little whisker going upwards like that. Just going to add a few more little bits like that around it, just to blend it out a bit. And then I'm going to start blending some dark sepia in from the black area and inwards, just to try and blend it in a little bit more. Definitely need some down here. And then it sort of like comes down here a little bit to the bottom. It's like a darker bit. And I'll just add a little bit around here. Might just add a tiny bit more. Might just add a tiny bit of a different colour, just to try and make that area pop a little bit more. So I'm going to try dark cadmium yellow 108. It's a very like bright sort of ochre colour. And I'm just going to add a little bit of this area. So obviously this is optional. If you don't have this colour, it's sort of just like an extra step to improve it a bit more, but it is optional. Just want to make it a bit more vibrant. Just sort of brushing it through. just to add a little bit more colour. Doing it up here as well. I might just add a little bit more burnt ochre. .187. Just blend that in between the light and the dark bit a little bit more. A little bit more around here. And I'm just going to add a little bit more burnt umber, 280. Just need a bit more texture through here. Okay, and then what I might do, I might just extend this area out a little bit to get a bit more of that black fur. So I'm just going to add a bit more cold grey, 230. Blend it out a bit. And just tidy away any mucky areas where the outline's blended a bit, and I'm going to add some of that dark grey from the Pablos and just start to blend that in. Bringing it up here. Then I'm going to add some more Payne's Grey, 181. Just add that. Then I'll add some more black, 199. And I'm going to add a bit more of the Derwent Drawing Ivory Black. Just try and darken it up even more. Just applying a little bit more pressure now. It's honestly just so many layers you could keep going in and adding to darken it all up. I think I might leave it there for now and we'll darken it up a bit more in the next video. So I hope you've enjoyed drawing this part with me. Make sure to give this video a like if you did. It lets me know that you enjoy these kind of tutorials. Subscribe to see more and I shall hopefully see you in the next one. So bye for now.